Welcome, welcome, one and all, to the Dracula Book Talk. My name is Count Tarpey. No relation to Count Dracula, however. After this book talk is over, I hope you are just as enthusiastic about the book Dracula as I am. Dracula is the tale of Jonathan Harker, an English solicitor that is traveling to the appropriately named Castle Dracula to arrange a deal whereby Dracula would acquire an estate in London to call his new home. The initial journey is a harrowing one, concluding with Harker's arrival at a cold and menacing-looking castle. As Count Dracula introduces himself to Harker and takes him into his home, however, Harker soon realizes the true motive of Dracula, to hold him prisoner. After the initial saga at Castle Dracula, the story shifts closer to home. Mina Murray, the wife of Harker, and Lucy Westenra are two good friends that keep in regular contact with one another. Lucy falls mysteriously ill after a while, however, and the communications grow more lopsided as Mina worries where her husband is after his prolonged and mysterious absence. When Lucy falls ill, the task of diagnosing and restoring her to health falls to Dr. John Seward. After being thoroughly baffled by the case, he calls on his longtime friend, Professor Abraham Van Helsing, whose knowledge of mysterious diseases is unrivaled. After a long-time struggle to keep Lucy protected via orthodox methods, he begins to realize the truth of what exactly has happened to Lucy. She succumbs to the disease, but Van Helsing is aware of the true situation, and Dr. John Seward details his curious reaction in his journal. I went back to the room and found Van Helsing looking at poor Lucy, and his face was sterner than ever. Some change had come over her body. Death had given back part of her beauty, for her brow and cheeks had recovered some of their flowing lines. Even the lips had lost their deadly pallor. It was as if the blood, no longer needed for the working of the heart, had gone to make the harshness of death as little rude as might be. We thought her dying while she slept, and sleeping when she died. I stood beside Van Helsing and said, "Ah, well, poor girl, there is peace for her at last. It is the end." He turned to me and said with grave solemnity, "Not so. Alas, not so. It is only the beginning." When I asked him what he meant, he only shook his head and answered, "We can do nothing as yet. Wait and see." Rather conveniently, Harker and the others in the story resolved to write as detailed of a description of their journey as they can muster, in journals that they keep, something essential to the structure of the story. There is never any direct narration. Rather, through a combination of journal entries, letters to and from characters, and other physical media, the story is revealed in a strategically designed, connected series of events that keeps the reader guessing until the very end. Dracula is a fantastic tale of love, mystery, suspense, and perhaps above all else, fear. It is one of the most time-tested novels, and fans of any sort of mystery, sci-fi, or even romance can find their niche by reading Dracula. Of course, only read, if you dare.